Well, I've got a treat for you guys. We're going to do on Classic Bowies. So stay tuned. You're going to like this. You're going to learn something. Hey guys, John Fitzen here. God, you guys probably sick of hearing John Fitzen. Are you getting sick of it, Randy? You guys love my laugh. Yeah, I'm going to try not to laugh at all during this. But anyway, what we're going to do is on the Classic Bowie. This is the Classic Bowie. This is a copy of Jim Bowie's knife that he had in the Alamo. I've talked to you guys once about this. This is the stuff behind this knife is unreal, and we're going to kind of look at some stuff on this. For one thing, on this knife, and there's guys that say this is not the original Bowie. Bullshit. There's too many things. The guys couldn't figure this out. That the family that has this, the Moore family, couldn't even figure it out. I made one of these, and I thought, I'm going to unlock the secrets. I had it for a year, and I'll tell you some of the stuff. But if you notice, there's serrations on the top here. It looks like an old file. They said it was made out of an old file. Bullshit. They were put on there for a reason. If this knife comes into here and he has you, that back falls into that notch in here. And if you notice, the serrations go this way. So once he has you and it locks in, you're screwed, dude. It's like a vice. He really has you. But yet he can let go of the knife. If you have a smaller knife that, let's say, goes down in here, he has you. You see how that will lock up? So guys that had daggers, real thin blades, he'll have you like that and he can let go, okay? So the other thing is, the original had a little bit more hangover right here, and a lot of guys had a weak, it was a saber grip, and it was supposed to be where you move like water. He could come in there and grab your knife, just barely flick it, might get your knife out of your hand. So all this stuff is really wild. If the knife gets caught in here, you notice there's two like little fork things right here. That will bury down into your knife, and he has you. So this was made for one thing, fighting. This knife was just wild as all hell. He had a real tough edge on it. You can see, they say the original one was maybe an inch longer. But this really kicks ass. If this, in fact, I'm talking to my buddy Tom. We're talking about making this knife more modern and maybe doing a micarta handle and all that other stuff. But this thing just kicks ass. If you notice in this, one of my knives, look, you got the same thing. You're grabbing a hold of the knives there. This doesn't have the thing, the serrations. One of the things why I didn't put it is if the knife falls down here, it falls into it smooth. Where this, it doesn't fall into it smooth. But, you can kind of pick, if you get that, shit, man, he has you. So Jim Bowie really knew what the hell he was doing. I mean, is that impressive? Do you like that? You never knew that, huh?
I didn't
know that.
Yeah.
So the thing is, on this knife, so I had to carry it for about a year, and I thought, oh, wow, I'm going to put the serrations this way. So I made one, put the serrations. It doesn't work. If that goes in there and it falls in there to that little thing, it's stuck in there. He's fighting with your blade. It's funny as all hell. So I thought I was going to be smarter. So he really knew what he was doing when he made this knife. So daggers, Bowies, big blades, he has it. The way they used to fight with these in the 1800s, that hold them upside down, use this as their main cutting blade, and this is for grabbing a knife and all that. Then he'd have a nice big back cut. But now what we do is the back cut like this, use this for hacking, So everybody's different. But you look at Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, watch when he's calling Butch out, he goes, "Guns or knives, Butch, guns or knives," and he's holding his knife upside down. There's still guys out there. My dad showed me this on his big Bowie, but pretty cool. But the back cut on a Bowie, you see, this damn thing's razor sharp. Sorry, I'm cutting our paper, Randy.
That's our viewer comments there.
It doesn't cut, and you look how much I'm hitting it, but I barely hit it. That abrupt edge really cuts. And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take this, set it really hard on my hand. It doesn't cut. If I move it, it will. You see the thing. But I can go like this, and I can start barely pushing because that abrupt edge and that dip, it will cut down into me. And I'm used to end up at the gun shows. I'd show guys, and I'd cut myself a little bit. And I had all these little cuts, and one got infected one time. But this is one of my knives, coffin-shaped handle, classic. You know, it has a bit of ivory up in, oh, this is, not ivory, drapon. Yeah, but big wrought iron guard and all that, kicks ass. Hold it upside down. This is actually for sale, you know, $2,800. And Kydex with elephant hide sheath. But really bitching. But anyway, but that's
hot off the presses.
Yeah, that is, yeah, yeah. And that, but the more Bowie, we're gonna do one that's gonna be kicked out. The only difference is on the original one, this, I put my little plaque up here, you know, and so it's just cool. So, and you got a little tiny skull right there. But the original one said J. Bowie. That could be for John Bowie.
Yeah.
John's Bowie. And the original maker, James Black, and it's Acorn with a B in it. So anyway, and this is ironwood handle, you know, sterling silver fittings. This knife would run around $2,000, guys, sorry. You know, but we're talking about, me and Tom making one because it's such a great fighting knife. It fucking, God, man, it chops like a son of a bitch. It's comfortable as hell in your hand. And so we're going to make one up into a modern fighting knife. And shit, everything old is new. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, always call me, 801-918-3725. And look at it. And, you know, God, look at this. Wow. Cool. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in, you know. And, you know, that kind of sounds neat how I put that in. So did you learn something today, Randy?
I did.
Yeah.
John Bowie is a great designer.
Jim Bowie.
Jim Bowie. Did I say John?
Yeah, no,
you're John.
you were right. You were right. I am.
You are the John.
But anyway, keep your edges sharp, your powder dry. We'll see you guys. Here we are. You're spending some quality time with me, John Fitson. And Randy. Show him your ear, Randy. Viewer comments. This is an interesting one by Mr. John 714. Cool. I've been watching your stuff. Well, instead of reading it, you come up with something really great. A lot of guys, they'll grab a knife and they want it. Okay, that's what I'm doing. He's thinking, he goes, John, I get people that grab a knife and they go, oh, this has great balance. Oh, look, it balances right here in the middle. You know, each knife is a little different, and that balances right in through here. He thinks, you know, a Skinner should be a little handle heavy, you know, and a Bowie should be a little blade heavy. You know what? You're not going to make everybody happy. Everybody that gets a knife from me, they'll grab it and they'll feel it. And some guys like blade heavy, some guys like handle heavy. And, you know, it's all in the person. That's why you just can't, you know, you can't please everybody. You know, I like to have a knife to where when I put it in my hand and I'm feeling it, just like I'm feeling it. I look away and I go, God, does this feel good? And some knives feel better handle heavy. Some knives feel better blade heavy. And some just feel great just being in through there. So you're going to run in on this. He's a knife maker. And don't take offense to it. But everybody's different. That's what's great. That's why some guys like daggers. Some guys like Bowies and yeah, whatever. But remember, guys, I am always fucking right. No, I've been there and done it. So, you know, but you want a blade real lively in your hand. So hope that answers your questions. But don't be offended by it, dude. You make a knife and a guy's down there going, God, it doesn't balance right. No, whatever.
Who was that
It was Mr. John 714. And yeah, that's a good one, dude. Thanks for that thing. And then Root Stone had designed a knife for you sometimes back. I just saw the video, new camera, dude. Nice one. Anyway, can I send you drawings and, you know, all this other stuff on knives that he wants me to make? Here's the problem I have with that, guys. If you want a knife made up, and I do a bunch of knives for different knife guys that actually, they'll send the knives down, they'll have them water jet cut out or whatever, and have me grind them, have them heat treated, and then ask my 2 cents how they should change it. I have so many patterns knives I've done over the years, and majority of people, and it's funny, like Charlie will come up to me, hey, look at this new knife. Yeah, I got a pattern over there, take a look at it. I did a long time ago. And basically everything's been made. But if you guys want a knife done, I can do it for you. Send in a drawing, what the thickness is, all this other stuff, and your phone number. And I'll tell you how much it is. But you can become kind of a knife maker, because a lot of guys don't have stuff out there, you know, to make this stuff. So that's kind of where you are on that. And but yeah, send it on another one in, but I don't want to offend you because I probably already did the knife. So anyway, so that's that. And so just keep the stuff coming. I got a customer down there, you guys. So anyway, keep your edges sharp, your powder dry, and
See you later.
God, I gotta go.